So today I'm going to talk about how to triple your revenue in the easiest way possible. And it's not what you think. And really, this video was encouraged and inspired by a conversation that I just had with one of my joint venture partners. And I'm really excited to share it with you today because I know it's going to help. But before I jump into today's show, I do have an announcement. Normally, and in the past, for the past 3 years, we've been publishing religiously on the podcast and on the YouTube twice a week. And a lot of you have been telling me, Todd, I want to hear more from your team members or your joint venture partners. And so we heard you, and I'm going to be delivering that. So we are going to be starting next week. If you're listening to this on the podcast, or you're watching this on YouTube, we are going to be publishing once a week on the podcast, a new podcast episode, or on YouTube. And then you're going to get actually the other content, the second part of that, twice a week by email. We're actually going to be publishing a new email newsletter. You'll still hear from me, but you'll also hear from some of our joint venture partners or some other people who are in my sphere of influence, who are just awesome individuals doing big things, all trained by me using my methodology. So I'm really excited about that. And also, sometimes you might not be really in the mood to listen to a podcast, so you can just read it in the email. So again, the podcast is not going away. YouTube is not going away. You'll still get an episode once a week, but then the other content is actually going to be published by email. So look out in your email again, starting out next week. So let's talk about tripling your income in the easiest way possible. So I have a joint venture partner, amazing closer, does amazing things. And he calls me and says, Todd, how can we triple what we're doing? I'm frustrated and I want to do more. Now, a little context here. This person is doing very well and is making a lot of money, but super ambitious. And he's like, we got to figure out some new big thing. What is it? What is this new marketing channel that we've got to enter? Like, let's find this new marketing channel that's nobody is using. And, believe me, I love working on the cutting edge of things, and I'm doing some cutting edge things in my business, and so are my joint venture partners. But this one joint venture partner, I know his fundamentals, some of them aren't that great, right? And one of them is not putting all of the leads in the CRM. And then two, I see that he sometimes, when he is under pressure, does not sell his deals as high as possible, right? Where he has a deal that could be $50,000 or $60,000, but then he is a little bit rushed or a little bit frazzled and wants to get the deal off his plate and will sell it to one of those buyers that he's really comfortable with, therefore only making $20,000 or $30,000, cutting his income in half. And so there's this conversation a little bit where I go back and I'm like, hey, we got to go back to the fundamentals, right? All of these leads need to go in your CRM, right? So let's start there. Number two, every lead needs to have a follow-up action. Number three is every single one of your offers, right? That's not warm or hot, especially the cold ones. Are they getting a written offer? I'm going to repeat that. Are all of your leads, besides your hot and warm, are all of them, especially the cold ones, are they getting a written offer? And four, are you selling your properties for top dollar? And I went through each one of those, which is like fundamental. Like in football, it's like blocking and tackling. In kindergarten, it's like your ABCs. In baseball, it's like swinging the bat, keeping your eye on the ball. And so I don't care how much marketing you're doing, or the new marketing channel that you want to use, or the new special hidden market you're going to find. If you're not doing the fundamentals, you are literally pissing money away down the toilet. And so I said to this joint venture partner, hey, you know what? I've actually got this cool new marketing channel that I've been using that a lot of my other joint venture partners are using, but I think that's a waste of time until you're doing A, B, C, or D. Now, this conversation actually is not the first time I've had this conversation with this person. As a matter of fact, I've gotten this person on track to those fundamentals, and we've seen the income literally triple over a 90-day period. And what happens, right? Over time, those fundamentals start to fade. As entrepreneurs, right, we are our own boss. And so sometimes it's easy to get away from those fundamentals if you don't have other people accountable, especially when you're the visionary. So, number one is you got to keep those fundamentals. Number two, you got to keep yourself doing those fundamentals. All right. Because this person that I'm talking about right now, we tune them up, right? We tune them up basically like you tune a piano. You tune them up, and all of a sudden, after having this conversation again, this person just locked up a huge deal out of the database, should be like $60,000 or $70,000. Now imagine if you've got deals already coming in where you can do an extra 5 of those a year. 5 times 50,000, that's 250 grand in your pocket net, because you have no additional costs associated with that. And so my goal for you for this video is focus on the fundamentals, right? I'm all for adding more marketing to the machine. That's really, really, really important. By the way, one of my favorite ways to get leads is fastsellerleads.com. I'll talk about that pretty much in every episode here. And so if you want to actually get leads sent to your inbox without having to send out marketing, check out fastsellerleads.com. But if you're not going to follow the fundamentals, like I talked about, you might as well not invest in any marketing at all. And you definitely shouldn't add another marketing channel. And you definitely shouldn't go to another market, because you got money sitting right in front of you, right? It's like literally taking the dinner that you have on your plate, a full plate, throwing it in the trash, and then saying, I want seconds. So let me know what you think. If you have any other fundamentals that you think I've missed from this video, if you're watching this on YouTube, please comment below. If you're listening to this on a podcast and you got the email, reply. Say, hey, Todd, here's another fundamental that I use that I think that you'd benefit from. I'd love to hear from you. And then a reminder, starting next week, the podcast is going to be published once a week by audio, and then you're going to be getting another training from me every week, but it's going to be on email by text. And you're also going to hear from someone pretty special. I think that you are going to like him. So can't wait to speak with you and hear from you by comments or text or by email. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys think about the newsletter. Talk to you soon.